I am Rebecca Lockwood, your Neuro-Linguistic Programming trainer, hypnotherapy trainer and breakthrough coach trainer. I do also train a couple of other modalities, including EFT, energy, hypnotherapy, timeline therapy, and a couple of other things that really support coaches to be the very best coaches that they can be. I regularly give expert educational content and comments to places like Stylist Magazine, Marie Claire, Glamour, Cosmopolitan, Women's Health, Men's Health, Happyful, lots of different places to help really spread the word and educate people about what neuro-linguistic programming is. So today I've got some notes in front of me, just to make sure I don't go off on too much of a tangent at any point. And I want to talk to you today about the 3 things that you must do when you're looking for an NLP certification program. So if you're currently looking to train in neuro-linguistic programming, or perhaps you are currently looking for something to support you in your coaching business, whether you are a coach already, whether you are a mentor, a teacher, an instructor, whatever it is that you do, if you are in a role where you are supporting individuals to be the very best versions of themselves, neuro-linguistic programming can really support you to and arm you with the tools that you need in order to be able to support someone to work at the subconscious level. There are so many different things that you can do once you've trained in neuro-linguistic programming. It really gives you a powerful set of tools to work with the mindset, the subconscious. It's like an all-round mind-body connection. So just quickly, I'm assuming if you are looking for an NLP certification program that you already know a little bit about NLP, but I'll just touch on it really quickly. So neuro-linguistic programming is all about understanding the mind, understanding how we think the way we think, why we think the way we think, how we communicate firstly with ourselves and with the world around us, and how we then behave as a result of that. If there's something that isn't working for us or something that we're currently not satisfied with, we can then use neuro-linguistic programming to make them changes. Now, it's certainly not about saying you have problems and you need to fix them. Even just having the understanding of how you think and why you think the way you think allows you to be so much kinder to yourself and so much less judgmental towards yourself. So let's dive in. The first thing that I wanted to cover is listen and watch the trainer before committing. I say this all of the time. I was at a networking meeting the other week for the first time in years, and a guy came up to me and he said, "Oh, NLP is amazing. It's so fantastic. I did an NLP course." And I was like, "Oh, amazing. Who did you do it with?" I went, "Oh, I did it with this guy, but I didn't really resonate with him, so I couldn't really do it properly." And I said, "Yeah, that's really common. I've had so many people come up to me after they have completed an NLP practitioner course and they've asked me to redo my course with me. And I've said, I'm not really sure that you need to redo the course. And they've said, no, Becky, I really do. And, you know, it's an expensive mistake to make if you do not choose the right training or you do not resonate with the trainer. You're not really going to get much. Well, you are still going to get a lot from the course, but you're not going to get as much from the course as you would if you resonate with the trainer. So as an example of that, I am a mum, I'm a wife, I'm a business owner, I have coached for years, and I've worked in really high pressure situations. And so the examples that I use in my training in my NLP practitioner course really relate to my experiences as a mum, as a wife, as a business owner, as someone who has built a successful business from nothing, as someone who has also had businesses that haven't been successful as well. So my experiences are really going to resonate with a woman who wants something for themselves. And although it doesn't necessarily have to be a mum or someone who wants to be a coach, you have to bear in mind that when you're looking for a trainer, you want to be able to resonate with them, not only their voice, the way they speak, the way they move, but also their experiences as a person as well. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is checking that the course is accredited. Now, I spoke yesterday about, what did I speak about? 3 things or 4 things that you need to know about NLP. And one of the things that I spoke about was everybody who trains and teaches neuro-linguistic programming properly has to train, and they accredit their course. They have to train a certain requirement in order to be able to reach the standards to the accreditation body. So when you're looking for an NLP course, you have to bear in mind that they are all more or less the same, right? So you have to make sure, if they're doing it properly, that is, you have to make sure that the course is accredited. Now, we certify and accredit our course through the ABNLP because NLP was made in America and the American Board of NLP is the largest board in the world. We also accredit and certify our course through the AIP, which is the Association for Integrative Psychology. So you know when you come to us that our course meets certain standards and certain requirements because we accredit our course through them boards. So when you're looking for a course, you need to make sure that it's accredited. The third thing that I wanted to speak about is make sure that there's support after the training is finished. Now, I remember when I first trained in NLP, and I didn't use all of the tools and techniques immediately. I did start coaching people, and I'd previously been coaching people as well in a sales corporate role. And I decided that I wanted to, when I trained in NLP, I decided that I wanted to work with women to empower them in their sales processes, in their business, to make more sales and feel more confident in themselves. And so there were certain tools and techniques that really worked really well with the kind of training that I was and the coaching that I was doing. And so I used these over and over and over again. Now, 6 months later, I was with a client and something came up for them. And I remembered a technique that I hadn't used in the 6 months that I'd been doing NLP. And so I didn't really remember it that well. And there was nothing really at the time for me to be able to get the support that I needed to be able to remind me of that technique, apart from a booklet. Now, my training that I did was amazing. I definitely don't want to fault it. It was incredible and my trainer was fantastic. One of the things that I think is really important, because again, I do have a lot of people over the years who have come to me and said, Becky, I need to recap on NLP. I did my training years ago and I'd really like to redo it again with you. And again, I felt like I've said to them, I'm not sure if you really need to do it again. And they've said, no, Becky, I really do want to do it again. And so when you come and do an NLP course with me, you know that you've got the support afterwards. We have a Facebook community, we have an online portal that you can log into and go through the course again and again and again as many times as you want, or you can dip in and out of the bits that work for you or the bits that you need to recap on. One of the biggest resources that we have is a portal where you can log in and just watch the techniques. So if, like me, 6 months after the training, you're working with a client and you've not used that technique for 6 months, you can just log in and watch that one video to remember, recap, and then implement. I would much rather you come to me and feel confident and capable in your abilities as an NLP coach than leave you to it and you not feel confident in what you're doing. So just to recap, 3 things that you must do when you're looking for an NLP certification program. Number 1, listen and watch the trainer before committing. Make sure that you resonate with them. You like the way they speak. You like the way they deliver. You like the examples that they give. Number 2, check that the course is accredited. Remember that when the course is accredited through the largest bodies, it has to meet certain requirements. And so also on that note, there is a difference between certification and accreditation. Certification, anybody can deliver a certification program. It is pulling together content and giving you a certificate. And there's nothing wrong with that. There are some courses, that are great, that are certification programs. I deliver certification programs. However, when it comes to things like neuro-linguistic programming, you want the course to be accredited, okay, if you're doing a practitioner course. Our courses are accredited and we use the largest boards in the world. The third thing that I wanted to touch on was to make sure that there is support after the training has finished. This could be through a Facebook group, it could be through a portal online that you can log into, it could be through videos or written or preferably videos and content that you can listen to. So that was it from me. Now, I just wanted to let you know that I do have an NLP practitioner course, NLP practitioner and breakthrough coach certification course coming up very soon. We are delivering this live online over 3 months, and then you have the option to join me in person for a 6-day intensive training, which is an optional add-on. Not everybody wants to come in person, and that's absolutely fine. The online 3-month course includes everything you need to learn. If you want to learn about NLP, or perhaps you don't want to do a full certification program, I do have a free training that I'm running tomorrow, an intro to NLP, which you can join me for tomorrow at 10 o'clock. If you are on Instagram with me, you can find the link to register in my profile on the link. If you are on Facebook with me, the link to register for this is in the description above. If you're listening to the podcast, watching the video on YouTube, or reading the blog, there is show notes on there with the links to register for everything. So if you've got any questions or you want to reach out for a chat, just pop me a message. Thanks so much. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch up with you all soon.